Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of English 130. So, what are the rubrics asking for this week? The first thing you have is a discussion reflecting on the work that you did last week. You'll write about the audiences that you chose for your project and how those audiences could benefit from reading an analysis of your article. The reason that we have you do a reflection is that it can really help to see the audiences that your peers chose so that you have a couple of weeks before you do the full project in Module 5 and before you rewrite it for your second audience again in Module 7 to see if you need to make any changes regarding your target audience. And I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog barking. She does not like that I'm talking to you instead of her. So a lot of times people find that these change even when they think about them on their own, but really I'll be giving you comments to help guide your choices. And then also you will have comments from your peers as well. If you can wait and see my feedback, that sometimes is helpful. If I can get you feedback by Thursday, I will do my best. Also consider writing more than just one paragraph. The prompt has a number of questions for you to answer about your writing situation and how it connects to your audience. So it might take 2 to 3 paragraphs to fully answer all of those questions. Then you have a writing response. So 3-2 is your writing assignment for this week, and that includes a summary, a quote, and a paraphrase. A summary is basically an overview of the entire article. It should be 3 to 4 sentences and in your own words. Paraphrase is kind of similar. You're putting things in your own words, but instead of a larger piece of text, it's a smaller piece of text, usually 1 to 2 sentences. Then you paraphrase like a quote or a piece of the text that you find particularly interesting, but doesn't necessarily need to be worded the way that the author worded it. Finally, you'll be including a quotation from the text, and you'll need to incorporate that into a sentence. This is really important because this is very specifically what the rubric is asking you to do. Don't just put a quote in there. You need to have an introduction to the quote. For example, the author explains blah, 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 or one point that I did not agree with was blah, 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 or research shows, comma, quote, blah, 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 whatever you're putting in those quotes. That's called attribution, and we'll be talking more about that later. So please note also that for this particular assignment and all of the rest of your writing assignments later, you're going to have in-text citations. In-text citations occur after a summary, paraphrase, and quotation. They go after anything really that is from the author and not common knowledge or not from you. They help to document and show where you got information. And there's information in your textbook this week and in the resources that help guide you on how to choose which type of citation to use, and then also how to do that citation. It sounds a little bit confusing, but it really doesn't have to be. So there's a couple links in the announcement here that I put in from the library to help. One is on APA citations and one is in MLA citations. The library has great resources, but I'll also be sending some out later in the term if you're kind of struggling with it. But don't freak out too much about the citation. Think of this week like practice, and just it's an opportunity to try your best and practice for your project later on. So I hope you things. If you have any questions or concerns, just let me know. I look forward to talking with you guys in the discussion forums this week. Thanks, everyone.